What's up YouTube? Welcome to Island of Vape, and today, in case you hadn't guessed by the title, we're going to be looking at this particular e-liquid. It is BordO2's Prohibition Blend. Cool gangster theme going on there with the label. I do like what BordO2 do with their labels. Like I say, if you haven't seen the video review of Shark's Blood, check that out. That's got a freaking awesome label, but they do tend to vary their labels between juices, so you're not necessarily going to get the branding of BordO2 really big on the label there, but the designs are really cool, and if that's what you're into, hey. One thing I did notice about this bowl is underneath the Prohibition Blend logo, I'm trying to show you it there, it does say, "Do you fuck my vape?" which I thought was quite funny. I don't know whether it's like a gangster movie quote or something. I do like my gangster films, but I can't remember anything about "do you fuck my something." It did make me laugh when I saw it, so there you go. So the smell test, well, what's it marketed as? It is supposedly Havannah tobacco, cocoa, hazelnut coffee, vanilla. There's all sorts of flavours in there, bourbon. So it's quite complex. I'd be interested to see what it does smell like most of all out of all of those things. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of cocoa actually off of this. It's very chocolatey, but also quite a lot of hazelnut and vanilla as well. Bourbon, yeah, it's strange when you take a shot of bourbon or a shot of whiskey or something like that, you know, you get that warm feeling, it really warms you up. I'm almost getting that in my nose. It's odd. It's almost like that alcoholic kind of liqueur chocolate sort of effect. It's quite odd. It's quite surreal. I've never really got that off of an e-liquid before. As far as the ingredients go, it doesn't say it's got any alcohol in it, but if it doesn't, then they've certainly done a good job of replicating that. Because yeah, it smells like it's going to get me a bit sozzled. As far as the nicotine profiles go on this liquid, again, it's a case of, I don't know whether it's European scale of nicotine strengths. You've got your 0s, your 6s, there's also the 11 and a 16 as well. So it's something worth bearing in mind. If you're used to your 18s, you're going to want to drop to a 16. If you're on a 12, you're going to drop to 11. 6s, you're fine. 3s, you're not really catered for, I'm afraid. Which kind of sucks, because I know a lot of guys that drip, and they really like their 3s. But let's be honest, we're all in this to drop out the nicotine, so by forcing your hand, if you like 3s, you're going to want to go to a 0. It's not necessarily going to be the worst thing in the world. So, most importantly, the taste test. As ever, vaping on the Sigelei 150 watt. Got it in a standard old school Atlantis tank, no airflow on the top, but the airflow on the bottom is wide open, as you can see. Settings wise, got it there. It is a 0.5 ohm coil. 33 watts, that's 3 watts over the manufacturer's recommended limit. But then again, whatever floats your boat. I'm pleasantly surprised. I've had a lot of coffee flavours, a lot of chocolate flavours, not a lot of tobacco flavours, but certainly coffees and chocolates I find are really heavy, hard-hitting juices. This is surprisingly smooth. It's very creamy compared to something like the 5 Pawns Black Flag Fallen, if you've ever had that, if you're into your coffees. Certainly that's why I picked this up. The fact that it was coffee with all those other things kind of mixed in there. It's really creamy. It's surprising. I'm getting a lot more chocolate, I think, and hazelnut probably than anything else. And there's a real sweetness to it as well, especially on the inhale. On the exhale, you can taste the bourbon certainly, but it's not really overpowering. You're kind of getting it mixed in with the chocolate, mixed in with the hazelnut. There's a definite vanilla in there as well, and the coffee. It's surprising for something that's so complex and there's so many different flavors in it. I can taste pretty much all of them. It's great. Cloud production as well, top notch. It's a 50-50 split, this juice, 50% PG, 50% VG. It carries the flavours off really well, but you can still chuck some massive clouds, which is fantastic. Certainly in a sub-ohm clearomizer. I'm sure if you've got it in a good quality regular clearomizer, it's going to do just as good. Maybe dripping, I think I probably wouldn't drip this juice, just because of the fact that it is coffee, it is chocolate. Historically, those flavours don't drip too well for me. I find they're very harsh, and I can see how this would be harsh on a dripper, certainly at a much higher wattage. But again, the main thing I get with this liquid is it's surprising. It's really surprised me, in as much as I've never been able to sub-ohm vape a coffee chocolate sort of flavour, and this does it so well. Probably wouldn't say it's an all-day vape. Again, chocolate and coffee and tobacco. I certainly have a time of day for coffee, pretty much morning and evening. Throughout the day I'd want something a bit lighter than this. It is quite a heavy flavour and a heavy vape. One thing I will say about it is the initial hit that you get off of it, bear with it. The first couple of drags that you take on this are going to be a little bit, it's a heavy liquid, it's quite coarse, you're going to feel it in your throat, but if you bear with it for a couple of tokes, blow some big clouds out, get your throat used to it, this liquid really does open up into a kind of big flavoursome vape. It is more than worth picking up a bottle of this if you can find it knocking about at your local vape shop or online. I got mine from vapeclub.co.uk. They've got a huge selection of the BordO2 liquids, and I'm definitely looking forward to checking out a lot more of their flavours. There's some great stuff on there, some really interesting mixes. So that's my thoughts on BordO2's Prohibition Blend, the vape of choice for gangsters by the sounds of it. I hope that you found this video informative. I hope that I've convinced you to pick up a bottle if you were thinking about it. As always, I know everybody says it, please like, subscribe and leave a comment. If you've got any questions you want to ask about this particular liquid, I'm more than happy to answer them. So, as ever, happy vaping.